You know what that means. The 250th installment of AEW Dynamite is coming to you live on TBS from the Arkansas State Capitol right here in Little Rock.
Your opening contest set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit is for the AEW International Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Plainview, Long Island, New York, weighing 226 pounds, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
That was the voice of the Dapper Yapper Duck, Justin Roberts. I'm Excalibur, joined by the human suplex machine, Taz, and the great Tony Schiavone. And Tony, MJF already seems to have raised the vitriol of the crowd here in Little Rock.
Well, only thing you gotta do is look at that scumbag, if I can use that term, and it wouldn't raise anybody's vitriol. But, buddy, what a way to start 250. How about tonight, guys?
His opponent from Essex, England, weighing 220 pounds, he is the reigning and defending AEW International Champion, the Area Assassin, Will Ospreay.
Yeah, Schiavone, I completely agree with you, man. It is a great way to start 250. Absolutely, this should be a hell of a contest here for the International Championship.
Well, top to bottom, we have a great card here tonight, Excalibur.
We certainly do. Will Ospreay, MJF kicking off our broadcast. Still to come tonight, Mercedes Moné, the TBS champion, puts her title on the line against the the second ever AEW Women's World Champion, Nyla Rose, and our main event, Taz, for the first time ever, Okada Swerve one-on-one.
Cannot wait for that main event. It will be epic, as is this reaction for Ospreay.
Ospreay's arrival in AEW met with such fanfare, but, I mean, yeah, we knew how great he was in New Japan Pro Wrestling, how great he's been around the world, but we were entertained from the moment he got here. He's an amazing athlete, and so is MJF.
Well, Tony, we were entertained, but there was one person, importantly, one person that was not entertained, and it was the former AEW World Champion, MJF. He felt like Ospreay, an interloper, coming in here to steal the spotlight, to usurp all the hard work that MJF did as AEW World Champion. But that's no excuse for the despicable tactics of Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Yeah, taking out Daniel Garcia, putting Daniel Garcia on the shelf.
And claiming it was the fans' fault.
Yeah, that's bull. You know that's bull.
Everything MJF does is bull. He's an incredible wrestler, bell to bell. There's no doubt about that. Wow. But he is a horrible human being.
Well, he's definitely sketchy. There's no doubt about that. And MJF right there, right before these two men even touch. Smart, liking it out. It's a good move. Play a little head game with the champion.
Hopping over the rail.
Well, it is hot here, so I mean it's very humid and muggy, musty.
That's a hell of a moment, right?
I was scared he wasn't be able to rip that phone book size of a sign. Oh, wait,
it does not surprise me that he would go into the stands and do what he did to the fans, because he, as you mentioned, Excalibur, he's blamed the fans for everything.
Yeah, MJF claims that him showing his vulnerability, that opening up to not just Adam Cole last year, but opening up to the fans around the world of All Elite Wrestling, and them chanting for Samoa Joe in the match at World's End. That is why he chose to punish Daniel Garcia. That's why he chose to punish Danny Magic, and why he's choosing to punish Will Ospreay here tonight.
Well, that's what he says, but it goes down to this. He is just not a good person. He never has been. He fooled us all. He's not going to fool us again.
But right now, he's in the middle of a battle here, and you see this little bit of a game being played by Ospreay towards Max right now.
And Tony, I thought you were going to say that MJF is just an insecure little so-and-so, but...
Yeah. I'll get to it.
Well, he is a former AEW World Champion, so you got to show some respect for MJF regarding that. No, he's had a hell of a run as that, and right now he's dealing with one of the best in the world for the international title.
MJF spent 406 days as AEW World Champion. Nice trip there by Ospreay. Went for the hidden blade. MJF, I'm not sure if he avoided that intentionally or by accident, but nonetheless.
Well, both men trading some side headlock takedowns and head scissors and good quickness by both athletes.
Yeah. MJF has scouted this match quite well. You can see that.
Ospreay coming back, lands on his feet. MJF.
Well, listen, guys, look, you're not. If you're Max, you are not going to match athleticism with the international champion. It's just not going to happen. So Max is going to have to be clever, but Ospreay has a lot of experience. So it's going to be tough to swerve and play games with him. When I say swerve, I don't mean no world champ. You know, I mean being a little sideways.
Elusive.
Yeah.
Now a bit of a reset there. Collar elbow tie up. MJF.
That's the oldest trick in the book. I've been watching that all my life as not only an announcer, but as a fan.
You've been alive for 106 years.
That's right.
But just ask MJF. He'll say he invented it.
Well, you're right, Shivani. I mean, it is the oldest trick in the book, and once the referee had to look back because your hand on a lockup a lot of time is behind the man's head, and what a clothesline there over the top.
Ospreay sending MJF to the floor.
Ospreay needs to be careful. Yeah.
MJF trying to put some distance between himself and the champion.
But MJF, watch out.
Now Ospreay over the top, landing on his feet.
Yeah, this guy here, the international champ Ospreay, he could come out of nowhere and hit you with something midair. He's quick, he's sudden, he's dangerous.
And we talked about MJF, his record-setting reign as AEW World Champion. Ospreay accelerates in, high boot to the jaw. And now back suplex. Ospreay floating over, lateral press. MJF kicks out. But in order to have that record-setting reign, he had to defend the title against Kenny Omega, as Ospreay, though, lining him up for the hidden blade. MJF again dropping to the mat to avoid Ospreay putting the ropes in between himself and Will Ospreay.
Smart move by MJF. Say what you want to about him, and we've said a lot.
And MJF grabbing the trunks of Ospreay, dropping face first to that middle turnbuckle. But Taz, the point I was going to make is the closest analog to anybody that MJF has faced inside any ring, AEW or else otherwise, is Kenny Omega. And MJF was able to defeat Kenny Omega.
Absolutely, and I get your drift. I mean, Kenny's an amazing performer, amazing pro wrestler, and there's a lot of similarities with Ospreay's style, in my opinion. So I get that. So Max having that win over Omega definitely could help him here. But this is smart right here by MJF. Get an armbar, traditional armbar, and ground the aerial assassin, Shivani.
Yeah, and of course he loves to use that armbar to win his matches as well, or that
salt to the earth, the Fujiwara armbar.
The Fujiwara armbar, absolutely.
Oh, there's the hair pull this time by the challenger MJF. And we mentioned the great matches still to come on tonight's broadcast. Mercedes Moné putting the TBS Championship up for grabs against Nyla Rose, plus Swerve Strickland, Kazuchika Okada, one-on-one for the first time ever. And I understand, Tony, we will also hear from Mariah May after her shocking betrayal 1 week ago of Timeless Tony Storm.
That was an unbelievable way to end. No one expected that to happen. Tony Storm, I understand, needed some stitches as well. That was a brutal, unprovoked attack.
Nice counter right there by Ospreay, and a nice counter by MJF.
MJF.
And another.
Into the stunner.
Great job.
MJF, the cover, but Ospreay able to kick out.
Smart, clever, student of the game is MJF. No matter if you hate the guy or like him, the guy studies the game. He understands the history of the game. He understands counter wrestling. He's very great at that.
And he's very well prepared, as you would agree, Taz, for this match.
Yes, I know you forgot my name because I wasn't here last week, because I wasn't allowed to come to work.
That's right. We didn't mention that, but we will.
Yeah.
It's great to have you here, Taz.
Thank you.
Ospreay avoids the heat seeker, but MJF
nice
into the cutter over the ropes, and Ospreay able to kick out.
Toughness right there by Ospreay. He's resilient. He's battle tested. It's well documented. You look at Ospreay's history, especially for New Japan and the battles he's had. So it's tough to beat this cat.
Yeah, Will Ospreay, upon arriving here in AEW, on a 14-match unbeaten streak in singles action. He captured the AEW International Championship, He challenged for the AEW World Championship. And now the Kamingiri has MJF stunned back towards center. Ospreay connects with the elbow strike.
Right on target.
But Ospreay down on his back, slow to capitalize.
Now what happened that time? Is that still the remnants of what happened just moments ago? I mean, he's really slow to get up. Is Ospreay.
Sometimes it's tough to recover after some kind of hard offense. Let's take a look. Watch this shot. It's a flying form of springboard. I mean, he landed it all full throttle right there, Excalibur.
Yeah, MJF got caught flush and gets caught flush once again. As we return to the live action inside the ring, Ospreay connecting with an elbow strike again. MJF bailing to the outside. Will Ospreay building up ahead of stage. Sasuke special from Will Ospreay.
Well, Ospreay is still hurting, as you can see, holding his side, but that was absolutely a spectacular move.
Well, let's take a look at this, Shivani. Okay, so watch. Again, we talked about this man's athleticism. It's freaky scary. Look up from this top view. It's a great view by our truck right there. Ospreay is just a freaking beast, dude. He's unreal.
And imagine if you're MJF on the outside. You see Will Ospreay going to a handspring. He's not called the aerial assassin by accident. He can do just about anything as right there lands on his feet. And now shooting star press. Ospreay covers. MJF kicks out. Ospreay immediately back to the ropes.
Look at this guy. It's unreal.
Sky twister press from the middle rope. MJF kicks out.
And listen, the three of us and other commentators here in AEW have said in the past, this guy makes it look easy. Ospreay makes these athletic moves he does look easy, and it's not. He's going hidden blade here, guys. He wants to finish Max off right now.
I don't blame him. And he's looking at a guy who's never lost on Dynamite, 9-0 in singles records on Dynamite.
Here it comes. Whoa.
Again.
You know, I have to give MJF credit.
Gotta.
It's a very effective counter, but Ospreay can come at you from so many different angles as MJF is finding out.
Listen, you get out of bounds. You get out of bounds. There's nothing. It's like a running back who's running the ball hard. He knows a safety's about to light him up. Get out of bounds. Don't take the hit. Max was smart by getting out of bounds.
Ospreay.
Now he's letting his temper carry him away here. I don't necessarily agree with this. Fans love seeing tables, I know, but
The timekeeper's table now.
Referee definitely going to give a little freedom here. This is for a championship, is for the international title. Little Rock loves tables, I guess.
As MJF, though, trying to crawl out of the range of the champion, Will Ospreay.
The face of Max, Tony. He looks like he's in deep, you know what?
That's a fear. That's a fear face is what it is.
But I mean, just think of all the vile things that MJF has said about Will Ospreay in the last few weeks. Not just Will Ospreay, but the entire AEW locker room at large.
Everybody hates Max.
That's true. And now I think Ospreay, I mean, he's fighting not just for himself.
Ooh, he needed that, Max.
But for the entire locker room as MJF. Looking for the destroyer, but instead needed the midsection. Pile driver, no. Ospreay counters out. MJF goes over the top.
He's grabbing that knee. Max was grabbing that knee.
Feigns the pile driver.
Perfectly done.
Nice stab there by MJF. Ospreay able to kick out.
Pretty evident, I think, right there that Max is playing possum for a second. Let's take a look at this pile driver here after feigning that injury.
As we saw in the match with Roosh on Dynamite a few weeks ago, we also saw it in the match at Forbidden Door, MJF and Hechicero. He used that tactic, feigns the knee injury. The opponent shoots for a single, and MJF snaps off that pile driver.
It's smart. It's just good mental wrestling. It really is. Some would say it's scummy, sneaky, whatever. You want to win the match. Speaking of scummy, that's on
TV
brand.
time
Yeah, scummy,
with Chris Jericho, the learning tree. Here tonight, Dynamite 250, Mercedes Moné, the TBS Championship, the Open Challenge. Anybody but Britt Baker.
Right.
It is Nyla Rose stepping up to challenge the CEO. Plus, as we mentioned, we will hear from Mariah May here tonight after her shocking betrayal of timeless Toni Storm, the AEW Women's World Champion. And for the first time ever, our Dynamite 250 main event, Swerve Strickland, Kazuchika Okada, one-on-one.
See right here, MJF focusing on that left leg, that knee, working on it, and you see here Ospreay trying to send some cross faces the way of MJF to break that hold.
Yeah, one thing that Ospreay does not want to happen, he does not want his legs to go out, obviously.
No, that's a huge part of his offense. To your point, Shivani, I agree.
But Taz, Ospreay's the musculature on Ospreay's legs is so well developed. That's not an easy task to take out his wheels.
That's a good point, because Ospreay has some thick glutes and quads, and his hammies, his calves, everything, the whole lower leg, and like I said, his glutes too. That's where your power comes from for a lot of guys.
Anatomy Jones over here.
Well, absolutely. Glutes is like it's called your X. Right. That's what that's called.
Yeah, a lot of people have big glutes.
Well, there would be.
Oh, look at this, still working on the leg now.
MJF trying to chop down Ospreay. Now could be thinking figure 4 leg lock.
I wouldn't waste time here if I was Max.
That's a good call. Good call, Taz. Looking around. Oh, look at this. Figure 4.
But look at Ospreay, though, immediately grabbing. Well, he had the ankle of MJF to prevent him from completing the figure 4, but instead, MJF now has the figure 4 cinched in.
Tough hold to be in, guys. It's a very painful hold.
Especially when the Ospreay went down. It was just a 2 count, but especially when MJF is pulling down on the tongue of your boot like that.
You pull on the toe down, you pull the toe down, the whole shin, every muscle in the shin, your tibia bone gets stretched. I mean, it's tough. Your patella, the front of your knee, that's what happens with a figure 4. Rough.
Ospreay trying to turn.
Ospreay trying to turn. Right, you're going to get there. So people that don't realize, he's trying to turn over to alleviate the pain and switch the pain towards the man applying the figure 4. That's what you're going to say, right?
It was a little more eloquently than you, but you got there eventually.
Yeah, he is Anatomy Jones. I mean, tonight. Look at this. The fans are with Ospreay.
Yeah, they're behind him.
But can he make that turn? Yes, he can, MJF. Now the pressure on the knees of MJF.
Only that.
The ropes, though, perhaps within arm's reach of the challenger.
You can see that Ospreay has his arms pushing up on his arms.
Yeah, elevating the position to put more pressure down on the knees of MJF, but MJF turns the hips and now reverses the pressure back down onto Ospreay's knees.
What a tremendous opening match, and we're only in 10 minutes in or so? It's incredible what they've gone through here.
Back and forth battle, and crucially, right there, Taz, MJF elected not to go for the rope break. However, Will Ospreay did.
Yeah, and it's smart. It works. Right now, though, if you're MJF, I think you got to... Well, he's trying to catch his breath here for a sec, this is tough, and it's hot. There's a lot of humidity here. But you got to focus in and just stay on that leg. Any kind of intense offense to bust that knee up, right, I think is smart. I wouldn't go to the upper body, but you never know what he's going to do.
I say kudos to both guys, and I hate Max with a passion. Dislike maybe is a better word, but what a way to begin Dynamite 250. These two men just get...
Ospreay crumbles. Ospreay crumbles.
You're right, man. And top to bottom, we got a great program tonight, as you've seen. And look at that smile on his face.
But here's the thing, though. I think Ospreay going for the rope break may kind of tip his hand a little bit to MJF. Maybe more damage done to the knees of Will Ospreay by MJF than Ospreay wanted to let on.
That's a good call. Now, Ospreay just trying to... I don't know.
Trying to get blood. He's trying to get blood into that area. Right. To try to warm that area up a bit, just so it doesn't knot up on him, tighten up on him. What a chop right there by the challenger. The nails across the back. It always works. Shades of one of my favorites, Ronnie Garvin right there.
And again, Ospreay running, becoming an issue as referee Bryce Remsburg putting himself in between MJF.
It's a big problem here for the champion, guys. I'm telling you.
You see Ospreay pulling down that knee pad, Taz, just to allow more blood to flow around that injured area.
Yep.
And you heard Bryce Remsburg say, "Are you okay? Can you continue?" And he was shook off that time by... Oh, look at this.
It's the right thing. Like it or not, it's smart by Max.
It is. It is.
MJF gouging the eyes of the AEW International Champion.
You're trying to capture that coveted AEW International title. You've got to stay on the champ, and the champ's always going to fight back. That's just who Ospreay is.
Chop to the chest, but you see Ospreay very gingerly putting weight on that right leg.
Taz, you can't get as much on the chop when you got a bad wheel, right?
Because you need the base.
Just a diving chop block to the front of the knee. MJF the cover. Ospreay.
If you don't have that base and you hit a chop, a big part of the chop comes from your hips and your footwork.
Sure.
So if you can't base on one of your wheels, that chop's not going to be effective.
And MJF stomping. I believe that was the left knee after the chop block to the left knee. So he's going after both wheels of the international champion Will Ospreay here. And again, the rake of the back, allowing all that sweat to start pouring into that scratched up area. More of a distraction than anything, but Ospreay showing why he's such a highly regarded athlete. His perseverance on display.
Well, again, it's also his resiliency on display. He understands this is a serious threat towards his championship here.
MJF raking the eyes now. Hammer throw into the ropes. Ospreay ducks under. No! Both men, same idea. Both men crashing down hard.
Full impact by both athletes, and again, right back to that knee. You see Will grabbing it.
Yeah, this is a tough situation for Will Ospreay to be in. As you guys mentioned, generating so much power for those strikes, those kicks from those legs, but also his aerial offense. As MJF just goes knee to the inside knee. And now
It's calling a shot.
yeah, maybe telegraphing it though. As Ospreay stunned. Dog millionaire quick counter.
Danger of calling your own spot. Oh, here comes the Oscar. Here comes.
Ospreay off the yes! Cutter connects.
Max is near those ropes, though.
But Ospreay cannot capitalize, cannot make it to cover.
But he's near the ropes. You got to pull towards the middle, Will.
And now, MJF taking himself out of play.
Smart or not, it is smart, Shivani. You're right. I mean, it's, like I said earlier, getting out of bounds. And I think Ospreay, he needs that. He needs a little time to get that knee back going.
But the more time Ospreay takes to recover, likewise, the more time MJF has to recover. It's a double-edged sword.
And there's not much movement in MJF. Well, no, now.
Oh, now Ospreay
too soon.
could be looking for the Oscutter off that middle turnbuckle. Ospreay. Oscutter, no!
God.
Again, a simple counter. MJF just falls backwards, and Will Ospreay landing on that shoulder. Fans, we are going to have to keep an eye on this situation in our opening contest. In picture MJF, Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship.
We're talking so much about the leg of Ospreay. I think that you got to worry now about that shoulder.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh, no!
Well, Max saw the issue. He knows that Will landed on that apron hard. He knows he could have a separated shoulder. So what does he do? He goes right after it.
And that's the thing with MJF. He can exploit any weakness he perceives in his opponent.
Copy of a professional wrestler. You suck.
Well, Little Rock saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah, absolutely they are. I think that every time I look at him.
Well, you used to like him, Shivani. I guess
Okay, yeah. And I should have known. I should have known.
Yeah.
I mean, he fooled us all, Taz.
He didn't fool me, but I hear you.
Okay.
I know him. I know how he is. But he fooled most. And right now, he is not looking to win the popularity contest here in Little Rock, Mr. Shivani, if that is your real name.
You know, but here's the deal. I mean, he's spending so much time outside here. He's like, you know, stay on your man, right?
Right. Well, you know how MJF is. He's an arrogant guy. He gets very cocky. And once he feels like he's got control, he's going to strut his stuff. That's how he's always been from day one in AEW. And he's smart here to get an arm bar. Right here to work on that arm now. So you got Ospreay. His knee is banged up, and his arm and shoulders banged up. No. I don't think the ref saw that.
Apparently not. But it looked like.
Well, but I mean, here's the thing: the referee can warn MJF,
right,
for the hair pull, but that's about all he can do.
Well, if he wanted, I mean, he could DQ him, but the ref's not going to do that. Not for a championship.
Exactly.
It's not. Let's be honest. It's not going to happen. You want this match to roll here. People want to see it. And if I was a ref, I wouldn't DQ him for a hair pull. I'd warn him.
No, and I agree.
But what happens on the 5th?
Well, then maybe that's a different story.
And then what does Bryce Greensburg know about hair anyway?
That's a good point.
AEW Dynamite live here on TBS, 250th installment of Dynamite and the AEW International Championship on the line in our opening contest. MJF, the challenger, has been targeting the arm of the champion, Will Ospreay, over the last few minutes, and now shoulder breaker by MJF.
That was nasty.
MJF could be looking for the salt of the earth there, that Fujiwara armbar, Taz.
Yes, that's exactly. There's a pump handle with a half Nelson.
Oh, but no, made in Japan by MJF to Ospreay.
That's got to be a new move from MJF, right? Never seen him execute that one.
I don't recall he has, but you got the champion right now whose knee is all screwed up, and as I said during the break, now the shoulder's screwed up from the missed offense that Ospreay landed, crashed, and burned on the apron, and Max has capitalized on that injury in the shoulder or upper arm.
Yeah, very fitting. And we just finished Shark Week on Discovery because Max is like the shark, smelling the blood in the water.
Well, you know, listen, Ospreay has been super active and been a fighting champion, to use that cliche. As you know, Max had a long layoff per se, so the longer this goes, it might favor Ospreay, but now I don't know, man. Ospreay's banged up.
Yeah, he is. And Max, I'm sorry, Max came back.
Ospreay comes through the kick.
I say Max came back looking in great shape, though. I think we all got to agree. The time off, he worked very, very hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about this, though. This is MJF's third match in 6 months.
Right.
This is Ospreay's, I believe, 25th match in the last 6 months. And you see a corkscrew kick from Ospreay, but most importantly, Taz, Ospreay, he had to plant on that arm to land that corkscrew kick.
Exactly. And again, instantly, Ospreay grabbing that shoulder.
And now maintain control of the wrist as Ospreay chopping down the challenger. MJF with those knife edges. Ospreay again. Firing it hard. No, MJF.
Good block.
Yeah, I got point of the shoulder, or point of the elbow, excuse me.
Handstand counter. That was wild.
Into the enziguri, and now Ospreay. MJF up, just plain old torture rack here. No, spins him out. 1, 2, no!
Nice kick out there by the challenger. MJF, big time kick out there. He almost got beat. Man, these guys are going. They're close to 30 minutes here. And it's like I said, it's hot here. I'm just saying this is very humid here in this Little Rock area, or what they call this area here. So it affects you.
Well, it is the South, and it is very hot. It's been very hot in the South for a number of weeks now.
I mean, that's not the South.
Not always, but absolutely.
Did I mention it's humid?
Humid.
The humidity is stifling, makes it tough to breathe.
Right.
And the thing is, Taz, I mean, in the humidity, the more you sweat, it doesn't necessarily evaporate that quickly. It doesn't cool your body down naturally.
No, it doesn't.
And these two guys have they have not let up at all.
And Ospreay, like I said, the knee and that shoulder, you can see him grabbing that left wrist to keep his
there's that table that Ospreay, the timekeeper's table that Ospreay introduced earlier on.
Max is like, I'm getting the hell out of Little Rock.
Oh, come on now. Go get it!
This has got to be a stalling tactic from MJF because he knows if he gets counted out.
Wouldn't it be great to have Ospreay drag MJF by his feet and have his head bump on every
I thought
step?
you were going to say, wouldn't it be great if he just let MJF leave the arena and we never had to see Max again?
I don't think Max realized he'd be in the deep of waters that he's in against Ospreay right now. Hence why he wants to lose.
Fans, we never advise you to get involved, get in between these two competitors.
Yeah, but it's a dangerous place to be, girl. I get it. You're excited. The fans are into this. So are we. But, man, you're right, Excalibur.
I mean, I had to put that disclaimer.
I get that.
Caution.
Caution. That was a great caution. I heard you say that many, many times. Oh, man. MJF is...
And this is where, Taz, you alluded to it. This is a championship match. The referee using his discretion here. Doesn't want to count both men out. Wants to try his best to get the action back in the ring.
Absolutely. And I personally have no problem with it. I mean, I really don't. I mean, I've been in championship matches myself where this has happened in matches I was in, where you end up in the crowd fighting. I have no idea what's going on there, but I'll move on.
Gentleman had a kangaroo kick shirt on. That's great. MJF, though.
What did he hit him in the face with? Was that someone's beer?
I'm not sure what it was, but he caught Ospreay unawares as Ospreay was coming down the steps.
This is just a street fight out here in the audience. Yeah, he got hit with something.
Yeah, beverage of some sort. Thrown into the face of Will Ospreay.
Might have been like some whiskey. Oh, no! Garbage Can Jones!
Well, you got to say, this is entertaining as hell. Man, again, 250 is off and running. Wow. I mean, again, head on the back to Bryce Remsburg. Let him fight, dude. That's what we want to see.
You saw the frustration visible on Bryce Remsburg.
Count there.
Well, it was a 10 count. We just took 20 seconds in between each.
Yeah. People want to see the table. I want to see him throw MJF on the steel steps head first.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, it's his fault. He made us this way.
Wow, this is dangerous here. This is Ospreay's wheelhouse, folks. Oh, my God. Max is in deep.
MJF rolls off the table trying to take himself out of Ospreay's range.
You know, because that table was up against the safety rail, there was a very, very small landing area for Will Ospreay.
He would have made it work. Yeah. This guy's he's an amazing athlete, as we pointed out.
Aerial assassin. Oh, wait, MJF now. Tombstone pile driver. Ospreay reverses in a predicament. MJF reverses. Ospreay springs back. MJF kicking out. And now right hand ducked by Ospreay. Reverse. Hurricanrana.
Tough right there, right on top of your dome.
And MJF is just dangling.
Yeah, that'll definitely rock your spine.
The bandera. Oh! The heel kick. Catching Ospreay flush on the jaw. MJF could be thinking that Long Island Sunrise. Yes! He connects. Ospreay is down. MJF covers. And Ospreay able to kick out. Oh, my God.
Perfectly done right there by Max at Plainview Sunrise, Long Island Sunrise, Nassau County Sunrise, whatever you want to call it. It was well done, but not enough to beat the international champion. Let's take a look at it again. Easy for me to say. First day my new tongue. Watch this right here. Watch Ospreay right on the head.
Yeah, the crown of his head falling into perfect place for MJF to make the pinfall attempt. And Ospreay's resilience, his perseverance, once again on display. But now MJF to the outside. There's the table that Ospreay, as we mentioned, introduced earlier into this match.
Yeah, MJF he's not really on this horse right here too quick, but it's tough. This has been a lot of time in this match thus far.
This is not MJF's forte.
That's right. I don't agree with this at all, but let's see if he can connect.
MJF is an incredible athlete, but
well, there's different type of athletes. I don't think MJF's a guy who's going to fly too much.
Well, the fans boo because they want to see someone go to the table, but again, MJF just took too much time, Taz, to get top that.
No, he did. I just think it's part of the rigors of this match and the battle this has been between these two guys.
It has been a hell of a battle.
I mean, they're past 30 minutes just about here, I believe.
MJF biting into the arm, to the bicep of Will Ospreay. As Bryce Remsburg trying to separate these two athletes, get this action back in the ring. Obviously easier said than done for the official. And now mocking Daniel Garcia.
Can't feel anything still.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You know, has been mentioned that Daniel Garcia, by virtue of that second rope tombstone from MJF, still attempting to regain feeling in his fingers, in his extremities, dealing with a neck injury.
Yeah, it's going to take him a while to get back. No question.
Obviously, we wish the best to Daniel Garcia in his recovery, but right now, MJF turning this into more of a scrap on the outside, not trying to beat Ospreay technically inside the ring.
He's got him lined up. Max got him lined up, and he's coming in hot.
Kick coming in hot. The feel of the boot, and now MJF standing on that replacement timekeeper's table.
It's like Taz, it's like he draws from the fans' boos, right?
I mean, he does. He definitely, MJF feeds off of that. He's taking a little Mizu break here. That's water for those that don't know. Right in the face of the doctor. I never liked that either, so I don't blame him for that. Dr. Sampson.
Well, MJF, we mentioned his schedule this year. This is only his third match in 2024. Ospreay, his 25th tilt, so to speak, as now MJF clearing up security once again, sending Ospreay. No, Ospreay! Cutter! Off the barricade, but immediately Ospreay clutching that left knee.
Yeah, and to that point, Shivani, you know, Ospreay cannot get Max in the ring right now to capitalize on that.
Normally, the Os Cutter in the ring would mean that's over. At least it has most of the time for Will Ospreay.
But with the damage to the shoulder of Ospreay, how effective was the Os Cutter?
That's a great point.
And also the hidden blade. You know, with that shoulder, can't recall if it's left or right. It does the hidden blade.
Right on. Okay. MJF, though, is thinking, oh, no, Ospreay.
Oh, that counter, guys.
Counters. Will Ospreay, the crossroads. Now the cover. Nearly hooked. MJF able to kick out.
Wow. Didn't expect to see that crossroads. Well done right there, but excellent kick out by the challenger.
MJF, oh, look at MJF pulling the referee, and now the fingers into the eyes, and the stop on that left arm of Will Ospreay.
Well, it happened quick, but MJF pulled the ref in, and the ref could not see the eye poke.
Now Ospreay hammerlocked by MJF into the DDT. Vicious
champion, new champ,
new two, and no, Ospreay able to kick out.
Amazing that Ospreay could kick out. I agree, guys, across the board. It was over.
Yeah, he had him, man.
Yeah, he's got to rethink the things, and you can just see the face of MJF.
Well, when you get in there with someone and then you realize, you know, you're all hype on someone and how great someone's supposed to be, and he has a championship and all this jazz, and then you get in between the ropes with that guy, and then you have this epiphany. Okay, he's as advertised, and I think Max is realizing that about Ospreay.
Looking for the heat seeker once again, MJF.
Is he playing possum?
You can never trust him.
He really hurt.
As Ospreay, springboard up, MJF. Self-preservation in mind, the dive to the ropes to disrupt the flight of the aerial assassin. The lariat off the ropes. Two, and Ospreay very narrowly kicking out.
How tough is Ospreay? I need to kick out.
Because that was a hell of a pinning combination. Had the legs pulled back, had all the pressure on the shoulders of Ospreay, and he still got it out.
Listen, guys, you could I mean, I could tell, I could feel it. Max is emptying the tank against a champion, against Ospreay, and it's not working. What do you do now at this point?
Well, you take it to the apron, which he's doing right now, thinking maybe tombstone on the apron.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, MJF thinking tombstone on the apron. He wants to do to Ospreay what he did to Daniel Garcia.
No. Put Garcia out, as you talked about, for a long time.
Oh, but look, MJF, he's clapping the boots together.
Might have saved his own career right there, to be honest.
Ringing the bell of Will Ospreay, and now Ospreay, though, floats over, finds his footing.
For a German,
but his shoulder gave out, but not. Ospreay not slowing down.
Great timing on that thrust kick.
Will Ospreay,
whoa, watch out. He's going to go Styles Clash, I think, guys.
Ospreay steps over. Styles Clash on the apron.
I've called that move a lot, and it's nasty. And if Ospreay can get Max in the ring, this match is over.
Listen to the fans, my God.
Got to get him in the ring here. Now you got to cover him. It's done.
Everyone is on their feet here in Little Rock Dynamite 250 as Ospreay makes the crawl, makes the cover, and MJF makes the kick out.
What a kick out, but not a lot of mustard behind the kick out, but it doesn't matter. It's a kick out.
Look at him standing. I mean, these two guys have pushed each other to the limit. And you know, sometimes, Taz, in a match like this, it comes down to a mistake, right?
Most of the times, yeah, it does. I mean, and the more exhaustion, the more fatigue and tired you get, the more chance there is to make an error. It's like any athlete.
Ospreay thinking powerbomb here, perhaps. Oh, but look, one arm from Ospreay.
Yeah, he's really hurting. That left arm is really rough.
Powerbomb not without its cost. Was it enough? It was not.
Couldn't even hook a leg, and you saw what Ospreay did. He put his shoulder, put his body weight to try to pin MJF, not enough.
Well, fans, our opening contest tonight on Dynamite 250 continues in picture-in-picture. Don't go anywhere. This is where all those hours in the gym, all those hours training in the ring, this is where it all counts. Were you honest? Did you finish every single workout? Did you go every single step of those miles?
Okay, Ospreay wants to be checked out here.
You can't go, I stop. You tell me.
Trying to listen in here, guys. Let's listen.
It is our senior ringside physician, Dr. Michael Sampson, doing the consult to Will Ospreay.
Just wants to make sure his arm is not completely numb.
Come on. I want you to raise it.
And here's the thing, Tez, we talked about this a little earlier.
Too much right there.
Well,
Okay, I get it right there. Okay.
Ospreay needs this. If the doctor says Ospreay's able to continue, though, this gives MJF crucial time to recover.
It does, but the doctor has to do his job here. The referee and the doctor are doing the right thing. It's a full test here of the mobility and issues with that shoulder. If it's blown out, he's going to end the match.
I want you to lean back there. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Wow. I've had a doctor do that to my, and it gets you nauseous. That's how much pain it is. I've had that when they pull it back in, man. It's rough.
Shoulder out of socket, resetting it there. As Ospreay back to his feet. A tough scene to observe, but Will Ospreay still in this high-stakes championship match.
I guess it was out of place, out of joint.
I think it's very smart if, in fact, Max would just lay there and take a breather during that time. I'm surprised, but smart.
The short Kawada kicks to the face of MJF. MJF up to his feet. Ospreay, a thrust kick puts him right back down.
Those thrust kicks tonight for Ospreay, although just a few of them have been on target every time.
He's good.
But remember, Tony, the early goings of this match, MJF targeting the knees, the legs of Ospreay, are those kicks coming in at 100%.
And even though you pop your shoulder out, doctor puts it back in place, it still hurts. It doesn't just magically feel 100%.
That's why you see Ospreay holding that arm so close to his body.
Yeah, and that helps keep it. It's just less pain when you do that. This has been some battle here. We got a battle.
Battle between champion and challenger, but a battle against the elements, the humidity as well.
Humid.
Dynamite 250 live here tonight on TBS. Will Ospreay, MJF, the AEW International Championship hanging in the balance as MJF gouging the eyes, but Ospreay comes in, then back elbow, 1, 2, no!
Beautiful back elbow there.
And
Pretty good
fans,
stuff, too.
during picture-in-picture, in case you missed it, Will Ospreay was being attended to by our ringside physician, Dr. Michael Sampson, who appeared to reset Will Ospreay's left shoulder to pull it back into socket.
That's exactly what happened.
He's going for the Os cutter here, guys.
Cutter, no. MJF counters.
Great counter.
Gonna hit that tombstone he wanted earlier.
Yes,
Center of the ring, tombstone power driver. MJF collapses into a gun, and Ospreay able to kick out.
So close from crowning a new international champion.
Every time MJF hits one, I think of Garcia. Of course, that went off the ropes, that one, but that was on target as well.
Well, watch Ospreay, his shoulders here. I'm sorry, you're talking about the shoulder by
Yeah, this is
Dr. Michael Sampson. Here it is.
During the picture-in-picture break. And you heard the bump by Ospreay as his shoulder was pulled back into socket. Using that right arm, not the left arm, that was reset, the right arm to score with the elbow strike. But MJF scoring with the tombstone pile driver now, retaking the advantage, and he's got his own tape on the wrist tape around the throat.
Hey, who was that? Who was that?
And this is the MJF we've known for years, Tony, a man that's not afraid to take shortcuts.
Absolutely, one that Samoa Joe knows very, very well as well. With that tape around the throat.
MJF sending Ospreay pillar to post.
You see that grin on Max's face. He realizes he might be back in the driver's seat here, full throttle.
MJF and Will Ospreay battling. And Taz, we mentioned it in picture-in-picture, but it bears repeating. This match, not only a battle between MJF and Will Ospreay, champion and challenger, but also it's a battle against the elements, the humidity. The longer this match goes, the more the humidity, the environment becomes a factor.
Absolutely. You can see how much sweat is coming off of both these athletes, especially on MJF, but man, we're just at that like 45-minute-ish mark here, and these guys are still battling, so it's very difficult to do that.
And shot to the chest.
MJF hurting his back on those turnbuckles.
Swing and a miss by Ospreay. Oh! MJF blocks the chop.
Oh, God.
And it was the left arm chop that he blocked, and then he wrenched the arm of Ospreay down, and Ospreay went shoulder first into the match.
He was just one step ahead of Ospreay there, was the challenger, MJF. Backdrop.
Oh, MJF, awkward landing on the outside.
That's how you blow a knee out.
He also glanced off of that LED board.
And that's hard as the dickens. You know what I mean?
Know what you mean. Here we go.
That's Ospreay.
Face first.
Looking maybe for an acai moonsault. But MJF anticipated and
I'm the
countered.
smartest wrestler in the entire world.
God, it hit him blind.
Yes, that knocked the smarts right up in his ass is what it did.
And that camera shot was great. Right on MJF's face, and his head got rocked.
That's why I'm the smartest wrestler. Boom!
Ospreay coming out of the ring into your living room. Ospreay wiped him out with the hidden blade, but crucially, Ospreay unable to capitalize once again. Bryce Remsburg up to the 4 on the 10 count. Ospreay electing to return MJF to the ring. I don't know about that, Taz. Maybe could have gotten the count out. Could have walked away with the victory.
Could have, yeah. Uh-oh. Forearm shiver right to the back and head off the top.
Ospreay covers the far leg. Hooked it. And you know what, Tony? Something, I mean, I mentioned to Ospreay, he could have elected to take the count out victory, but that's not who Will Ospreay is.
Of course it's not. And Taz, here it is again, man.
You can't see it coming. Those hurt the worst.
Look up. Big Robin flying into a large-headed individual on the porch in Long Island.
It's happened to me. I got hit in the back of the head with a bird.
Was it humid?
It was very humid.
Okay.
Again!
Tough landing there.
Again, Ospreay gets his legs swept out from underneath him on the ropes.
What's MJF thinking here? What's he thinking? He's setting. I'm telling you, MJF's thinking right now. He's got something in mind.
Thinking Hurricanrana off the ropes. He was, but look at this Ospreay with one arm.
Now, how the hell Ospreay's doing that?
That's arm strength. That's core strength.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. This is.
Everyone's on their feet on this one. Look at it.
This is an Avalanche Styles Clash from Will Ospreay.
Covering for crying out loud.
Got to try to get that, turn him, shoot a half or something, get Max on his back.
But in the ropes, Ospreay trying to pull MJF away. 1, 2, and MJF.
Too close.
That's smart with good mat sets by MJF. He knew where he was, even though he's beaten down, he's exhausted. Both these men, you could see it. Watch this, off the top, this Styles Clash. Avalanche Jones, look at this.
Man, he had him. If he could have just covered him sooner.
MJF back in live action, just grabbed the wrist of Ospreay, dropped to the floor with the arm draped over the ropes, and now the heat seeker on the. I'm not sure if Ospreay's head hit the apron, but did you see there was a nasty torque of the neck of Ospreay?
It was, right. And sometimes your head don't have to hit, and his shoulders all screwed up, as we know. Uh-oh, here we go.
Guys, I'm going to say it. Episode number 250. And I've been around for all of them. I've never seen a match this good. It's one of the best matches we've ever had. Ever.
Well, we've had a lot of great matches here in AEW.
Yes, we have.
This is up there. Now, what the hell is this? I see Max, Woody, that's a great way to start Dynamite 250. Max took the cushion off the top turnbuckle so his foot don't slip off the cushion. Very smart by Max. He's going to fly, man.
Drops the elbow on Ospreay.
it was insane. It was amazing and horrible and for the body of Ospreay.
Two men are pushing each other to the absolute limit.
But Taz, did you see how Ospreay's left arm was quaking? Right there before he let out that agonized scream.
And the key, and we saw it on the replay, the key is he took that cushion off the metal turnbuckle that connects the rope to the post. And what happens is your foot won't slip off that cushion. He's going off steel. That was smart by Max.
MJF, Will Ospreay fans, this match for the AEW International Championship will continue. Picture in picture.
Together, Will, come on.
If Will Ospreay can continue, it's going to be an absolute miracle.
Well, right now, both guys on the outside. Obviously, MJF needs to do his best to get Ospreay back in that ring. He cannot win the international title on the outside. You got to get him in the ring. I don't want to be Captain Obvious here, but it's a fact.
Now it bears repeating, Taz. This match contested under AEW rules.
He's looking for the count out here, guys. That's what he's looking for.
I think MJF's just looking to escape. It may not even occur to him that the title can't change hands on a count out.
Right, and you're right. He just wants to get out of here with a win, but you're right. It's not going to go down with the title that way.
Up to 5 now. Ospreay. The grimace of pain etched all over the face of the AEW International Champion. Now MJF, now maybe the realization setting in. Or maybe just wanted to buy himself a little time.
I think the latter.
I mean, listen, guys, we're at like 50 minutes here. This is tough.
Understand me? I'm winning the belt. I'm winning the belt.
Would you wait, Taz, this deep into a match, would you waste time?
No. Energy and screaming, no. That's what you're going to ask me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would not. But, I mean, that's kind of what MJF is, right? That motivates him.
He's a psycho. You're not.
Well, I don't know. I mean, but ask the security guards last week in Calgary when they ejected Taz from the building.
Was flipping out.
Glad I wasn't there.
Both men are exhausted. They put them, each man, through hell. I mean, that's what's going on here for the International Championship.
Oh, just a nasty stomp to the ankle, maybe the Achilles by MJF. And at this point in the match, though, take any advantage you can get, I suppose.
Hey, you got it. Who cares, man? Just if you could snap the guy's ankle, do it. It sounds sick, but you want to win. You want to win, right? You do whatever you can to gain a championship or retain it. You know, if you're Ospreay.
And once again, biting.
See, I don't know what this accomplishes, to be honest with you. I mean, I get it. He's injured him. He's injured the shoulder, but what does biting the wrist or the hand do? I mean, it hurts. I got it, but come on.
He's went just about to every body part to put pain on Ospreay. I get your drift, Shivani, but that's what he's trying. He's just trying to hurt every part of his body.
But you know what that tells me, actually, just what I saw from Ospreay. He's got feeling in that left arm. Right. It might be diminished feeling, but he does have some feeling in that left arm.
Abdominal stretch here by MJF.
Digging the knuckles into the intercostals of Will Ospreay. Our opening contest, AEW Dynamite, continues still. Here live in Little Rock, Arkansas, MJF, the challenger, has the champion, Will Ospreay, in the abdominal stretch. MJF has been punishing that left shoulder of Will Ospreay for the better part of this match and continues to do so. Yet, Tony Schiavone, Will Ospreay still in this fight.
An amazing night, an absolutely amazing night so far, and I know they've got to be spent. You can see it because, hell, I'm spent just watching and calling this thing. Who's going to win it?
These men are over 50 minutes, and that abdominal stretch is brutal to tear apart your rotator cuff, your AC joint, tear your bicep. Max again going to use that top rope for some leverage.
And MJF, his body, and Will Ospreay's body had been obstructing the referee's vision, but now gets caught red-handed.
Just wait a second.
Well, MJF was trying to plead his case. Nice counter with a hip toss.
But Ospreay, I mean, we can only speculate, Taz, but from our vantage point, seems like suffering some numbness in that left arm.
Yeah, because he's not putting his left arm down on the mat to hold his weight up. He's using his right arm. Now he's doing it a little.
Oh, the inside cradle.
Small package.
1, 2. MJF breaks free. Maybe telegraph that. Ospreay rolls him up. MJF kicking out again.
The backslide here.
Underneath the backslide from Ospreay. MJF able to kick out. Side headlock takeover into a pinning predicament. Head scissors counter.
A lot of near falls.
The 2 count. Ospreay.
I'm telling you, it's tough to kick out of these near falls this late in the match.
Backslide again. Up on the tippy toes was Ospreay.
This is how you lose a match that's long. These little quick pinfalls.
The hammer throw. Ospreay. Attempting. Oh my God. Attempting to work on Run MJF.
He's got it.
He's got it. Counter, but no.
That was right. Taz, that was right across the lower part of the back.
The spine, that lower spine.
Yeah.
Tailbone area. Oof. What a battle these two guys are putting themselves through. Episode 250 on Dynamite. These two cats leaving it all in the ring here.
Yes, sir. Go get them, guys. Let's go. Get us a winner.
As we've mentioned, the last 6 months, the contrast between the activity of Will Ospreay and MJF. What about the last year? Will Ospreay, this is his 58th match in the last 12 months. A trip to the semifinals in New Japan's G1 Climax tournament. A victory over Chris Jericho all in London, joining the AEW roster. Winning his first 14 straight matches, back-to-back Casino Gauntlet matches, the AEW International Championship. That's what Will Ospreay has done in the last 12 months.
He's a big match guy, hence why he got that International Championship. But is it in danger right now?
I've been told we're over 53 minutes into this match.
I've been saying that, Shivani. You gotta pay attention.
53 minutes into this match. It's all kangaroo kick my ass. What a match this has been.
Taz would love to kangaroo kick your ass.
I know he would.
And here's the kangaroo kick. No, avoided by Ospreay. The catapult into the corner. MJF grabs onto the ropes. No.
Oh boy. Oh, his head set. His head set.
In the corner. Cheeky nails from Ospreay.
What is Ospreay thinking here? What is he thinking?
Ospreay up to the top. Falters a bit, but no, MJF landed on his feet.
Amazing.
Great counter.
Amazing.
And now MJF the lariat in the corner.
Sometimes a good old-fashioned clothesline in the corner can get the trick done, but now what?
Was that all Ospreay had left? And now MJF moodily taunting the AEW International Champion Will Ospreay. Work on Ron. Ospreay lands on his feet.
Wow. This is unbelievable.
Anything you can do, I can do better, says Ospreay.
Well, Max heard the people. He knows. I don't think he landed the way I wanted him to land.
This is an all-timer. It really is.
And Taz, the last 12 months of MJF, losing the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship, losing the AEW World Tag Team Championship, suffering potentially a torn labrum, and then working himself back into health. Oh my God. MJF smashing the face of Ospreay with the elbow strike. Rolling elbow that time, Ospreay. The right arm lariat chopped down. Ospreay finds his feet. Oh, knee strike to the jaw. MJF comes in. Ospreay falls off the chest. Step up Enziguri. MJF may have been out on his feet as Ospreay. Wow. Floats over. Can he get him up?
Couldn't get him with the knee.
No, instead, but he gets the sunset flip. 2. MJF counters. Ospreay reverses. MJF reverses.
Wow, this is rough here. Gotta be, this is how you get pinned.
2. Oh, so close.
That was wonderful.
Game of inches between Ospreay and MJF. Counter the Oscutter. Brainbuster. No! Again, Stundog Millionaire. MJF. Oh, reverse work on Rana.
Second time in this match.
Who the hell's going to win this thing?
And now Ospreay going for the Stormbreaker. No, MJF. Just a clubbing blow.
Blind side shot.
Oh, Spanish fly. 2. Got it. No, MJF able to kick out.
Didn't have that left shoulder cover. Was able to shoot it up in the air. Whoa, look at the fans.
That's the respect by these fans here in Little Rock.
Yeah, they are on their feet here. As they will take another look. Ospreay, the Spanish fly, he didn't get all of it, but he got enough.
And we're close to an hour here, guys.
That's the thing, Taz. I'm thinking we are in the dying embers of this match. Should it go to a time limit draw, the champion, Will Ospreay, will retain the title.
Fans, you're witnessing something very, very special here tonight. My God.
And we still have a ton of great stuff coming up.
We still got Nyla Rose, Mercedes Moné.
Oh,
we got the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho. We got Mariah May. And for the first time ever, Swerve Strickland, Kazuchika Okada one-on-one in our main event.
My God, and they still got something left, these two men.
I mean, will Ospreay retain the international title? Will MJF be crowned a new international champ?
Over 57 minutes. This is insane. They're still going at it.
Here's the thing, though. Ospreay, is he making an error here? Should he be wrestling defensively? Should he be going for the draw?
Wait a minute, guys. Oh, God, he's going.
Just like he did to Daniel Garcia.
Is going to try to take out Will Ospreay. My God, he saved himself, did Ospreay.
Ospreay. Cutter!
Cover him!
He's got hidden blade.
Hidden blade! There it is! There it is!
1, 2, no! MJF somehow kicking out.
People are going nuts here. In Little Rock, they're going wild. They can't believe this.
I'm sure they're going nuts wherever they are watching this.
Will Ospreay, the champion, does not want to settle for a countout. Does not want to settle for a time limit draw. He wants to beat MJF definitively.
Set up for a hidden blade. That's hidden.
Hidden blade, no.
Great timing.
Guess he's got eyes in the back of his head. Either that or he cheated in a good way, Max, looking at the Tron.
That's a good call. I was thinking maybe you heard the footsteps, but you're right.
You look up that big screen, right, you could see it, but I mean, that's just clever by Max to do that. I'm assuming that's what he did.
But either way, you see Ospreay laboring towards MJF as the clock now becoming a major concern for the challenger, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Ospreay stares square in the eyes, lands the headbutt, and now
you know what he's thinking here, Excalibur. You know what he's thinking. You know what he's thinking.
Yes.
It's not the Stormbreaker.
1 minute remaining in this match.
1 minute.
1 minute remains.
Tiger Driver.
But Ospreay, he vowed to retire this. He vowed never to use this hold again.
Come on, do it. Tiger Driver, do it. Yes.
Ospreay, he's got him up. Can he do it, though?
He's got him.
Can he bring himself to do it? Look at the face. Look at the face of Ospreay. He's conflicted.
He vowed never to do it. Wow.
He almost ended Bryan Danielson's career with that.
He said, I can't do it.
Here's the thing, 30 seconds remain.
What the hell's going to happen?
Oh! Ospreay thrown into the referee, Bryce Remsburg. Now,
what did he hit him? What did he have something? Did Max have something in his hand? I couldn't.
2, the 3 foot. Oh, my God! Oh, my God!
Did that just happen here? Like, what? We got a new international champion or what?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and new AEW International Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Man, I'm assuming he had something in his hip. Maybe the ring, I couldn't tell.
There it is. That son of a bitch is.
The referee didn't see it, but we all saw the count. 59 minutes, 58 seconds.
Wow. I'm telling you.
Wow.
I know MJF is going to say that Will Ospreay was afraid, was a chicken. But when it comes right down to it, MJF is no good. He is worthless. He is a cheater. And Will Ospreay has the moral fiber that MJF could never have.
Hold on. But what he doesn't have, Ospreay, is that international title anymore. It's about winning titles. I understand what you're saying, Shivani. He did what he had to do. The ref was down. He cheated MJF. But you know what? You want that title. That's how I see it. But I get your drift.
MJF succeeds tonight being a deplorable scumbag. Will Ospreay loses the international championship by being a decent human being.
Obviously, both men are. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. Ospreay was being a decent human being. Some would say, man, you got to have that killer instinct. I'm not even implying that Ospreay doesn't have that killer instinct, because he does, but he made a vow not to use that Tiger Driver. Unfortunately, it cost him. That's also what cost him that diamond thick ring that Max used to drill this man in the head while the ref didn't see it.
Once again, the oxygen tank. Remember how MJF used that against Bryan Danielson. MJF playing all the greatest hits here tonight. The ring.
Jon Moxley is the only other man to hold the international title and the world title, and now MJF follows suit.
Rarefied air indeed for Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, and Will Ospreay. You know, to put yourself through the hell that Ospreay did, that shoulder so obviously injured, having to have put back into the socket. Ospreay could be facing some serious injury. We will have to keep an eye on that. But fans, Dynamite 250. Let's head to the back.
It's Maxwell. Jacob.
Our colleague.
And you can thank me later.
Our colleague Arkady Ora is standing by.
You suck. Easy dub. Easy dub. Easy dub.
Guys, I'm here with the Acclaimed and the Ring of Honor World Champion, Mark Briscoe. Now, guys, I know that you asked for this time to speak with Mark. The floor is yours.
That's right. Mr. Briscoe, we know you're in blood and guts, and we know that you need a couple partners, and the only way you get the best wrestler alive on your side is with the Acclaimed together. Plus, we just beat the Young Bucks a couple weeks ago. We got their numbers, so it's a no-brainer.
That's right.
That's right.
And Max and I are this close.
This close.
This close to becoming AEW Tag Team Champions again. We want a piece of their ass. Plus, when you think AEW, you think the Acclaimed. Because everyone loves the Acclaimed. We want in.
That's right! Your boys had my back just a couple weeks ago when the Elite back jumped me. So as far as I'm concerned, y'all are in, baby. But I'm not the only man calling this shot, if you understand what I'm saying.
Sneaky swerve.
Listen, but we've been through our fair share of squabbles over the years, more than I can even count.
Squabbles?
So I know what y'all about. Also been with some battles with the Briscoes.
Yes, sir. Damn
you know
right.
What I'm saying? So I know y'all some real tough people. There's no better people to go to war with than the ones that you've done battle with. So all I'm saying is, y'all ready to get violent?
I'm ready.
Oh, hell yeah! The Elite, we coming for you 7 days and counting. Take. Yeah, let's go, baby!
Blood and guts 1 week from tonight. The ranks of Team AEW continue to grow, but fans looking ahead, all in London later this summer. Sunday, August 25th, it was made official. 1 week ago, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, will challenge Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship. But before we get to London tonight, our main event, Dynamite 250 for the first time ever. Swerve Strickland, Kazuchika Okada, a soupçon, a taste of what is to come next week in Nashville at Blood and Guts.
God, what a night.
What a night! What a night, and we are not even close to done, as now it's time for the Learning Tree with Chris Jericho.
Seeds, saplings, roots, and most importantly, branches. The Learning Tree, Chris Jericho.
Taz, I hope you will
And the Learning Tree.
calm down here a little bit.
No, I'm professional. It's fine.
But here's the thing.
I don't see how, brother.
Chris Jericho, over the last few weeks, throwing the fireball into the eyes of Hook. We understand Hook still suffering from some blurred vision, double vision. I'm not
He's
sure.
having some serious issues, Hook is.
Yeah, the
I don't want to
eyes-
get into it, but his eyes did some issues from that fireball.
Samoa Joe on that pallet on the forklift, driven through the wall, hospitalized last week in Calgary, only recently cleared to travel back home for his recovery. I mean, Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith have just been running roughshod.
Oh, they're going to pay. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I know who at some point. These three son of a bitches are going to pay. especially the guy in the middle, him, Jericho.
Well, when, I hope, is very soon, Taz. Look at that
Hi, guys! You know, Little Rock, you need to take a few lessons from the learning tree. This city is such a high crime, violent city. 1,533 crimes for every 100,000 people. You can do better than that. But let's talk about Dynamite 250 for AEW. I was on the very first Dynamite, and I've been on almost every single one since.
Shocking.
And the ones that I missed, the branches were so angry, cards and letters filed in, so I'm making a promise, I'm never gonna miss another Dynamite again.
Oh, brother.
I'm gonna be on every one until episode 500. Thanks, guys. Because it's like I've been saying, when you listen to the learning tree, good things happen. And when you don't, people are getting hurt, damn it. This isn't right. I'm begging you to listen to the learning tree. Look into the people who haven't been listening just over the last few weeks. Look at this, Shibata right here. Look at this accident with his arm.
An accident.
Gets a fireball in his face. Terrible, terrible travesty. And then Samoa Joe, he gets literally driven through a wall because he wasn't listening to the learning tree. I'm begging you, this has to stop. People are getting hurt. I'd have to say at this point, all of you realize that you need to listen to the learning tree. All of you realize that the teachings of Chris Jericho are so important. Who would be crazy enough not to listen to the learning tree at this point in time? Who would be psychotic enough not to listen and use the teachings of Chris Jericho? Who would be maniacal enough to ignore Chris Jericho?
Oh, my God. What the?
Remember, Chris Jericho, he tried to enlist Minoru Suzuki for Forbidden Door. He tried to bring one of the most violent men in professional wrestling to his side. And Suzuki, he rejected the offer. He said, instead, I want to punish you, Chris Jericho. I want to teach you a lesson.
He is so cool.
What's Suzuki got there that's a paper where I'm heavily shocked to see Suzuki. What's in their hand? That's what I want to know.
That's one of the absolute toughest men in the world.
Well, the fans here in Little Rock shouting out Kaze ni Nare, the refrain of Minoru Suzuki, become the wind. But all I could hear was Tony Schiavone's voice.
Is that what they were chanting?
It was.
I thought they were chanting, "Shut up, Taz."
Next week.
Next week, Dynamite will be in Nashville, Tennessee for
Official order, AEW. Redwood and Bad Apple are banned from ringside for the FTW title match at Blood and Guts with...
Nice. Minoru Suzuki is FTW champion. I like the sound of that. The headbutt drops Jericho. And
everybody else kind of backing up, too.
Yeah, Big Bill and Brian Keith are just flabbergasted by this. As Minoru Suzuki, the message has been sent.
Suzuki just did the hi guys. Hi guys.
Oh, that's great.
Next week, FTW Championship Championship, Chris Jericho, Minoru Suzuki, Brian Keith, and Big Bill Band from ringside, plus the blood and guts match. Double rings, locked inside a solid steel cage. Let's hear from the Elite.
You see that, guys? You recording us? Record us right now. We saw what you just said. The Acclaimed, Mark Briscoe, Swerve. It's ridiculous. What pisses us off a little bit more, though, is the Acclaimed thinking they're going to be two-time tag team champions. Not on our watch.
Guys, I think you need a little bit of a reminder about just who the heck we are. We're the Elite, the greatest faction in the history of this company. And after next week, we'll have all the gold and we'll have all the power.
Not all the gold, the World Championship.
All right, but what we do to Swerve next week, let's just say that title might become vacant all of a sudden, because you're dealing with the most dangerous people in the business. You're dealing with the Young Bucks, the greatest tag team of all time. You're dealing with the Rainmaker, the Continental Champion, the unpredictable scapegoat, the TNT Champion, Jack Perry. And my favorite, making his return to the Elite, Hangman Adam Page. So boys,
looking good.
My EVPs. I just want to thank you boys so much for banning Britt from backstage so she can't celebrate Dynamite 250 with us.
Let's just say that there's going to be no drama from the DMD to the CEO via your EVPs.
Oh.
Taken care of, no issues.
Hey, Matthew.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Rainmaker is wondering if you can do your cool dance for us.
My CEO dude?
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
okay.
CEO. CEO. Got to go.
All right, good to see you.
It's so hot.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, you can go ahead and cut right there.
I think Okada's a little smitten.
Well, fans, DraftKings Sportsbook is official partner of AEW. New customers bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Simply download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up with code DYNAMITE. And now, from a word from our partners at DraftKings. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite live on TBS. I'm Excalibur, joined by Tony Schiavone, the Human Suplex Machine Taz, and standing by inside the ring, the Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
This battle set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit is for the TBS Championship. Introducing first, from Boston, Massachusetts, she is the AJPW Strong Women's Champion and the reigning TBS Champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
And as we found out in the last few minutes, Tony, Mercedes Moné, after putting up an open challenge for the TBS Championship for anybody but Britt, has had Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, banned from the backstage area here.
Well, it's one of those things that she can, I guess, get our EVPs to do. And how about what the EVPs had to say about all the championships? Jack Perry's got the TNT title, and they have the World Tag Team Championship. Kazuchika Okada, the Continental Championship.
Well, after that long dive shot by you, I got to tell you, after that long dance by Mercedes, there's a good chance Okada passed out backstage.
Introducing the challenger from Washington, D.C., the native beast, Nyla Rose.
This could be a great contrast in styles, Excalibur.
Nyla Rose, the second ever AEW Women's World Champion, the first woman to 100 wins in AEW history, narrowly edging out Hikaru Shida. And this past Saturday night, picking up a dominant victory on Collision and then calling out the CEO. This is the problem with an open challenge, Tony. You don't know who's going to answer, and sometimes it's the native beast.
And including, yes, a former champion, like you said. She's won 5 of her last 6 matches.
And right before the referee took the title from Mercedes, you guys were speaking, but I looked at Mercedes' face and she was very concerned, hugging that championship. Mercedes understands the massive threat that's in front of her and her title right now.
And Mercedes, you can tell. Yeah, the body language not there. Mercedes giving up quite a bit of size and strength to her opponent. As
she was trying to do was back her up with that lockup, Excalibur, and Mercedes couldn't do it.
Instead, Mercedes walking up the ropes, pawing boot into the face. And somebody check on Kazuchika Okada's blood pressure here.
He's definitely smitten with
and remember, Okada still to come tonight, our main event, facing Swerve Strickland one-on-one for the first time ever.
Just flung her off.
And Mercedes saying, I'm sorry to Nyla Rose with the drop toe hold. Nyla into the center strand.
That's what she's got to do, get Nyla down, get her off her feet.
Mercedes hammering down with those kicks. Nyla face first, top turnbuckle, and Mercedes once again trying to chop down the larger opponent. Fans still to come tonight. You will hear from Mariah May for the first time since her shocking betrayal of timeless Toni Storm, since Mariah won the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament to earn her shot at Toni Storm at Wembley Stadium, all in London. And as I was mentioning, our main event, Swerve Strickland, Kazuchika Okada, one-on-one ahead of next week's Blood and Guts match. You know, that one is going to be heated, but Mercedes finds her feet, chops out the back of the knee of Nyla Rose. And now Mercedes goes around looking for DDT. Nyla.
No, that didn't work. Too powerful, Nyla.
Have you lost your mind?
Nyla giving Mercedes an earful. And now laying the TBS champion over the top rope.
This is patent right here. This is, you know what Nyla's going to do here.
She likes that flying guillotine, the big knee drop off the top. And connects. Mercedes spun for a loop. Nyla looking for the cover here. 1, 2, no! Mercedes kicks out, and this continues in picture-in-picture.
You saw Mercedes right there. She is hurting and trying to catch her breath after that.
And Nyla giving the champion no room to breathe, hammering down with that elbow strike to the top of the head. And now into the backbreaker. This is where the size disparity comes into play, Taz. You got Nyla able to just literally bend her opponent in half.
Absolutely, and Nyla knows how to exploit that and take advantage of that. Her powers over her opponents, and as we've been pointing out, definitely a size disadvantage here. And now a backbreaker by the challenger. Oh man.
Straight up torture rack there, center of the ring.
That worked. Shuffled her feet there, got a wider vertical base that time as well.
But you saw Mercedes fighting at the grip of Nyla Rose, dropping to her back, trying to look for an arm drag. Mercedes likes to employ those lucha libre techniques, but
yeah, everything to your point, Excalibur, everything that Mercedes is trying, it's just falling apart. Except for that, she got out the way.
And Nyla's momentum carried her shoulder first into the ring post, and then Mercedes comes in, flat of her boot into the jaw of the challenger.
I wouldn't wait here, Mercedes. I would definitely keep the pressure on the challenger.
Especially that she's got her off her feet.
Mercedes, knees in the corner. Now bringing the challenger out. Good distribution of weight on the larger opponent's shoulders, but Nyla's still powerful enough to kick out.
Yeah, unique cover. I think that was smart, even though it didn't work by Mercedes instead of hooking the leg. I think that was a smart cover.
Yeah, CEO, very savvy. Training around the world with competitors of all sizes
and styles, you know, so when you do that, you definitely become very diverse in wrestling different type of styles here. And we're seeing now Mercedes turn it up. Shivani's laying out to her live, I guess, back on regular television.
Just enjoying both of them.
Oh, that's just how it works. So, and then you just talk, so I can't talk. I got you. I want to make sure I know what's going on.
That's right, dude.
He's been raining down the right hands onto the head of Nyla Rose. But Nyla thinking powerbomb out of the corner, maybe thinking beast bomb, but instead Mercedes counters. And now Mercedes knees off the ropes. 2. Nyla able to kick out.
Frustrations right there. What do you think of that, Tony? Shivani?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I mean, I like that you specified Tony Schiavone Few people know that my government name is Tony Excalibur, so I'm glad that you clarified.
We have a lot of Tonys here in this company, especially the big boss. Abdominal stretch here. Didn't expect to see Mercedes do this. I got it, Shivani. I didn't expect to see this. I'll take care of it. It's all good. You just lay out, wait for her back live here. Good.
Don't worry. He's waiting to talk over Minoru Suzuki's theme song next week.
And everybody else who speaks. Look at those elbows. Point the elbows. Good job, Jazz. You suck, bro.
Well, I don't think Shivani's going to be able to take us back from break.
I got him there. Rear choke.
Dynamite 250, the TBS Championship on the line. Nyla Rose, the challenger, is fading in the grip of Mercedes Moné, the CEO.
First real big offensive maneuver here by maneuvering.
Give up, Nyla!
Try again, Tony.
He waited until we're back on live TV and he couldn't even get it
He
out.
can't even spit out sense. Bro, I'll take care of it. The CEO, man, she's got the challenger fixing to choke her out. Legs are in, rear choke. Power's been helping, but look at Nyla Rose, yeah.
Nyla changing her grip. Now at the CEO. Snap suplex.
Well done, Rose.
Now she's got to follow up with something here, Taz.
Well, the opportunity is definitely there.
Nyla. Cleaned her clock with that one.
She even telegraphed and still got it in.
As Nyla charging into the corner. Splash. Mercedes.
Oh, brother.
Dropping down.
Cannonball run.
CEO's in trouble.
A cannonball in the corner. Nyla pulls Mercedes out. Do we have a new champion? No.
Well, that shows you how tough the TBS champion is. Mercedes right there kicking out because Nyla put some heavy offense on her.
Taz, we touched on it during the break in picture-in-picture. Mercedes Moné, she trained around the world against opponents of a variety of sizes, variety of styles.
Yeah.
She's a great counter wrestler, and right there, it's a kick to the ankle, bringing the larger opponent down into the splash, Mercedes.
And then capitalizing there, Shivani. You saw her with that splash, and she's coming in.
Got her down. Keep her down. You know, you mentioned Excalibur, her championships, the TBS championship, her 9th title in her 14-year career.
And the Meteora. Mercedes, 2, 3. No, Nyla able to kick out.
Almost retaining her title was the CEO.
And she's pretty upset because she thought for sure that was it.
But remember, Nyla Rose, she's been here in AEW since day one, all 250 episodes of Dynamite. Even before that, all the way back to the original, Double or Nothing. It would mean so much for Nyla to win the TBS Championship tonight on this milestone event. And an inventive way to get Mercedes into the ropes.
Especially after what we just seen. Can you imagine another title change here tonight? I mean, it could happen.
Right. As Mercedes and Nyla in the ropes. Avalanche Bulldog. As Mercedes.
What's this here?
Digging into a glove with, I believe, CEO on it.
And nails. Interesting.
Mocking Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Absolutely.
Definitely what's happening.
Well, she can do that now with Britt Band.
Wow, definitely mocking Britt Baker.
She's going for a lockjaw.
Think so.
Yep, the lockjaw cinched in. And look at that, Nyla's biting down on the hand. Mercedes, she doesn't know how to put pressure on that mandibular nerve.
Britt Baker's a dentist. She's a doctor. She knows.
But Mercedes knows how to lock in the statement maker.
Gonna get her here, I think.
Statement maker cinched in, and Nyla forced to tap out.
The winner of this match, and still TBS champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
While she may not be a dentist, Mercedes Moné is still the New Japan Strong Women's World Champion and the TBS Champion here tonight with her victory over Nyla Rose.
Definitely momentum for the champ. Moné rolling. So that was a DMD sign, a Britt Baker sign.
What a face with my face. That's no fan. It's the doctor. And look at the CEO. for it. And,
security coming out here.
Security trying to form a wall, trying to separate.
Well, they know
DMD and CEO.
They know how volatile it is, Excalibur.
And Britt Baker, she might have been banned from the backstage area, but she was not banned from buying a ticket and sitting at ringside. But fans, let's take you back to 1 week ago. The explosive conclusion of Dynamite, pun intended. Mariah, 2, 3!
What a moment!
Mariah May will face her mentor, timeless Toni Storm, all in London.
But oh my God! What the hell just?
Toni has been like a mother to me.
Darling, I love you so much. And I want you to have all the same opportunities that I've had.
I will stop at nothing to bring this cup home.
She has snapped.
What the hell is wrong with Mariah May?
I have to make Toni proud.
Has she been planning this all along?
This is her mentor.
All in Wembley Stadium. Toni, this one's for you.
Darby Allin, last week you wanted my attention. Well, you got it now. But all you had to do was ask, did you really have to go and hurt Brandon Cutler? Or maybe what I mean to say is, do you think I give a shit about Brandon Cutler? Come find me tonight, and I'll show you what a real sacrifice looks like.
Remember, it was last week. Darby Allin had that threat for the Elite, saying he's coming for them tonight on Dynamite.
I'm sorry, look at this. Toni Storm.
I thought we were supposed to hear from Mariah May, but instead, timeless Toni Storm.
What's the condition of...
No, it is not. Playing the part of timeless Toni Storm tonight will be none other than her challenger at Wembley Stadium, the glamorous Mariah May.
And what a betrayal we saw last week. We documented it early here in this program. Shocking turn of events last week. Talk about showing a vicious side.
And Mariah May, I mean, we're going to hear from her in a moment, but as we speculated, I mean, was this something that she was planning all along, getting in close to timeless Toni Storm, earning her trust, earning her confidence?
I would have to think so. I can't think she would turn on her just in the spur of the moment like that. I have a feeling that this was all a plan from the get-go.
I agree. It was stewing for sure. You don't do something like that, like
here
Mariah did last year. That's got to be stewing.
The realization setting in of the fans here live in the house realizing this is not timeless Toni Storm. In fact, it's the woman that will challenge her at All in London.
It's Little Rock. It takes them a while here.
Yikes.
Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now.
Oh my gosh, Shivani. What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I'm just angry about what happened last week.
Unprofessional men.
I know. I just...
You're the B word enough here on Dynamite.
Okay.
Let's be honest. You all saw it coming. Everybody saw it coming, except Toni Storm. A woman so desperate for the spotlight, she didn't realize she was giving it all away. The question shouldn't be why.
The question should be, Mariah, what took you so long? Honestly, I didn't think it would last this long either. But it was so easy. And I was having so much fun stringing her along. I just wanted to see how far it would go. But then I saw Wembley. And I thought, why take the old horse out back when I can kill it in front of as many people as possible? I've been Toni Storm, and now I can be so much more. But don't worry, Toni. I still love you. In fact,
they want the real Toni Storm. And who's to blame them, right? What a champion she's been.
Toni, I have never loved you more than when you were on your knees, bleeding, crying, screaming my name. That was your greatest performance. And my greatest performance will be at All In. Because now, All Elite Wrestling is all about Mariah.
Wembley Stadium, Sunday, August 25th. Timeless Toni Storm, the AEW Women's World Champion, faces her former protege, the top contender, Mariah May. But fans, right now, let's take you back to Collision this past Saturday night.
Bang, bang, gang. Just a quick word. A quick word.
What?
Tensions are extremely high right now as you were just stripped of your AEW.
Okay, hold on.
We ain't stripped of anything, okay? Whoever wants these belts is gonna have to pry them out of our cold, dead fingers. You understand? Who's gonna do that, huh?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. Listen, I know it's an unpopular decision. I'm not happy about it either. It's not fair. But these are the rules, and I gotta follow them. It's my job.
No, you're not taking these from us.
Listen,
you're not taking these.
Listen, the alternative is I suspend you, and you don't have an opportunity to win the belts.
Take them.
Okay.
You want them?
Take them.
You want them? Take them. Take them.
All right. I got it.
It's cool. Patriarchy. You think the Bang Bang Gang is scared of a guy with a father fetish? A 16-year-old TikTok kid? The stepmom from Brazzers is a lizard? Hell no!
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what's gonna happen? The Collision Cowboys are coming home, and we're coming home with our homies to get our hardware. That's what's gonna happen.
If you're not down with that, of course, we have two words for you. Guns up!
It's main event time live on Dynamite.
Your Dynamite main event is set for one fall or TV time remaining. Approaching ring first from Aichi, Japan. Weighing 236 pounds, he is the AEW Continental Champion, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada.
Tony Schiavone, something of a amuse-bouche before the main course coming up 1 week tonight. Of course, I'm talking about Blood and Guts live in Nashville. Great seats still available. You still have a chance to join us 1 week from tonight. AEWTIX.com. It will be 2 teams made of 5 each, locked inside a solid steel cage. Okada will be one of the 5 representing the Elite, and this man, one of the 5 representing Team AEW.
Bridgestone Arena, next Wednesday.
And his opponent, being accompanied by Prince Nana from Tacoma, Washington, weighing 230 pounds, he is the All Elite Wrestling World Champion, Strickland.
And we have had an incredible broadcast, top to bottom, this 250th episode of AEW Dynamite. What a way to cap it off, Taz. This main event, what a first time ever one-on-one matchup.
Absolutely, it's fitting for Dynamite 250. Totally agree. I mean, to see these 2 athletes, Okada and Strickland, battle in our main event here. Strickland, AEW World Champion, Okada, and AEW Continental Champion. I'm all in, let's do it.
And just to think, a week from now, these 2 men will be locked inside a double solid steel cage. 2 rings enclosed inside a steel cage.
See the eyes of Okada briefly there. He's all business, man. He's a serious cat. When you deal with the world champion, Schiavone.
Episode 250, needless to say, we have an overrun tonight. We're going to stay with this one. And I'm telling you, seeing a Kazuchika Okada against Swerve Strickland is absolutely amazing. You're taking a look, Excalibur, probably the most dominant IWGP World Champion ever.
Oh, without a doubt, the man that spent the longest time in the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling holding their top prize. We just got booted to the face of our AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland, who, a very nice trip there. Swerve looking for the house call. Okada ducks out of the way, looking for a Rainmaker. No! Swerve looking for big pressure. Okada and Swerve. Great counter maneuvers here now. Again, Okada using his length, the head scissors.
And you speak of the length, both these guys definitely north of 6'2". These guys they have height. Okada a little bit taller.
And also, while we have a moment here, I want to congratulate Willow Nightingale, who over this past weekend claimed the CMLL Women's World Championship. Sir. And Willow, I mean, a great representative of AEW. It was a heartbreaking loss for her a week ago against Mariah May, but making something out of the week for her. So congratulations, Willow Nightingale.
It's awesome. Definitely awesome. Congrats to Willow, for sure.
But right now, Swerve Strickland slipping out of the grip of the Rainmaker. Kazuchika Okada. Swerve elevates over the top, brings Okada towards center. Now the Tijeras has Okada taken down. And it's interesting, this match between the World Champion and the Continental Champion thus far has been a straight-up wrestling match. But we know, Taz, 1 week from tonight, Blood and Guts, it will be anything but.
Oh, it's going to be a barbaric fight. I mean, you're right. Next week will not be a match. This is a bit of a mockery there, but right now, the AEW World Champ in control.
I think we've seen, I'm sorry, Excalibur, that Blood and Guts over the past number of years that we've had Blood and Guts, and even throughout history in many different promotions, it's the most dangerous match you can get involved in. We've seen guys thrown off cages, top of a steel cage here.
And we've seen careers shortened.
Yes, we have.
By that match. And remember, Team AEW, only 4 members. Mark Briscoe, Swerve Strickland, and as we found out earlier tonight, Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, the Acclaimed. So Team AEW, who's going to fill that 5th slot? Remember, Hangman Page, after losing in that, Swerve, faked high kick to the midsection of Okada, but after losing in the Owen Hart final last week, he found out he wasn't going to get his hands on Swerve at Wembley Stadium, so he had to take the Elites off him. Right. He had to join Team Elite, whether he wanted to or not, in order to enact his revenge on Swerve Strickland.
And is that going to be good for Team Elite? For him, because you know who Hangman's going to focus on.
Yeah, he's only got one priority, but right now the priority for Okada is the DDT on the floor. Swerve Strickland in trouble, and fans, our main event continues in picture-in-picture. Don't go anywhere.
Inside the ring.
Right, DDT hit its mark. Okada driving the AEW World Champion right on his head on the outside here.
Here's the thing about Kazuchika Okada. I mean, such a well-conditioned athlete, Taz, such a low resting heart rate, and I mean, really, these bursts of acceleration really belie what he's capable of. He wrestles at a very slow pace, but he trained in Lucha Libre. That's how he broke into this business. He can move, step for step with somebody like Swerve Strickland. He just chooses not to.
I know Okada a long time, early in his career when he came to the United States and was wrestling on excursion, I got to know him and he was commentating on some of his matches, so nothing but respect for Okada, and you're spot on about his style. It doesn't matter, the pace that someone wrestles, speed or slower, it's timing. It's all about timing and when you hit stuff at the right time. Okada's mastered that.
I think it's a lot about confidence, too, and you can just see it the way he approaches every match here. You're talking about a guy who's been wrestling for 19 years. How many G1s he won? 4 times? I mean, it's just the accolades throughout the years and the titles he's won. It's amazing. I was amazed, to be honest with you, absolutely amazed that we signed him. I'm thinking, how about Okada coming to AEW?
Yeah, crazy impressive signing for sure by Tony Khan.
Swerve now fighting his carry.
Yeah, that's nice getting out of that by Okada.
Okada, though, fighting the grip. Maybe a handful of hair there into the neck breaker on Swerve Strickland. How about that, Taz? Tony Schiavone. He's seen Okada win the G1 4 times, but he's never heard Minoru Suzuki's music before.
I know. Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? And I don't think anyone gave it.
Well,
you two did because you're Heckle and Jekyll, but really, in real life, no one cares.
Bro, you're a schmuck, man.
I'm glad you're back, Taz. I really am.
I'm going to get you after the show. Dunk.
Oh, Swerve shoulder first into the corner, courtesy of Okada.
Okada's coming in quick here, boys, I'm telling you.
And there's that acceleration and the leap, the elbow.
Yeah, right now you see Schiavone, Okada, he's looking at the people. He knows they hate him. He don't care. He's part of the elite, man. He don't care.
Yes, sir. They have brought him over here, and the elite have, and they have, what have they created here?
Yeah, that's the thing.
He was such a popular figure in Japan, and
he's still popular, just not liked. You know what I mean? But I get your drift. I get your drift. I mean, sometimes people don't like people, Shivani. I mean, you think people like you, no one likes you.
Well, there you go.
I mean, you love that.
What are we talking about here?
You. No one likes you.
He was comparing me to a guy who ate like 12 pies.
Look at this.
Uppercut there by Okada.
Gotta be careful trying to go blow for blow right there.
Yeah, that's a tough... For as good of a striker as Swerve Strickland is, Swerve might be world-class, but Kazuchika Okada undoubtedly world-class as well in that department.
Tough jaw, too, Okada. Tough jaw. Most guys who train in that New Japan system, in that dojo system, is going to come out with resiliency and a tough jaw.
And before his moniker was the Rainmaker, it was Tough Jaw Jones.
Oh, that's actually a good gimmick. A trademark. I'm going to own that, too. Everything.
Our main event continues live tonight on AEW Dynamite 250. A first-time ever matchup. Swerve Strickland just clipped Kazuchika Okada in the jaw with that headbutt.
Oh, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the NFL, you're getting ejected for that. That was impressive, man. Headbutt right up in the jaw. I was just talking about during the break how powerful and tough the jaw is Okada, but it got tested.
Swerve gets the boot up, but Okada, the drop kick on target, wipes out Swerve.
And Okada is known for that excellent drop kick. He's got height. He's a tall dude, a lot of range, and excellent footwork and athleticism.
For some reason, I think that Swerve may have hurt his right hand or his wrist.
Why?
He was shaking it, and I'm not so sure. Well,
okay. That's a good reason why.
Again, we got an overrun. Don't stay with us. We're going to stay with them long.
Oh, wait, Okada maybe looking for the tombstone on the apron. But Swerve fighting out, driving the elbow down.
Well, it's good we have an overrun because right now no one has an advantage, in my opinion,
No, I mean, as you would expect in a match like this between the AEW World Champion and the AEW Continental Champion, you see Swerve, he's worrying after that left shoulder. That was the target of Okada's offense very early on in this match. Swerve rolls through, floats over the flatliner, and look at that. Okada from his knees. Swerve gets him up and drives him down.
Good power.
Now the cover, the far It's hooked and Okada able to
I
kick
think
out.
Okada's realizing rapidly why Strickland is the AEW World Champion.
Prince Nana shouting some words of encouragement from ringside. Okada observing the progress of the world champion, but the Continental champion to his feet.
Yeah, that eye said it all, Excalibur. He knew what was going on at Okada.
Yeah, that swerve stomp likely was coming up next. But Okada just raking the eyes. And now Okada, maybe think of that neck breaker from that air raid position. Yeah, he's got Swerve hooked, and there's a neck breaker. Wow. And now the cover again. Okada hooks the far leg. Swerve kicks out. But Taz, if Swerve does have an injury to that shoulder, you know that neck breaker not doing Swerve any favors.
No way. I mean, any kind of shoulder griddle neck issue, something like that, backbreaker, neck breaker, any of that, or a suplex is really going to affect you.
Okada just the scoop and the slam. Could be thinking elbow drop.
He knew right away he was going to the outside. He was telling the cameraman to back up.
Okada, elbow drop on target. And remember, think back to the Forbidden Door 2023. That elbow drop. Oh, thanks, Okada. Oh, wait, Swerve counters. The roll up, 2 and.
Let's not forget what the Elite said about getting all the titles. They feel if they can take down the world champion tonight, they're going to just add to it.
Shot to the back of the head, kick to the side of the jaw, but Okada extends and connects with a drop kick.
As we head towards Blood and Guts, can they take down the champion? They've got the TNT championship. They've got Mercedes Moné with them, obviously, 100% the World Tag Team Championship.
And Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, of course, the Young Bucks. But we know that the Acclaimed waiting in the wings to challenge for those titles by virtue of winning that Eliminator match.
And watch this drop kick, guys, for Okada. I told you earlier he's got a great drop kick. Well, here it is. Here it comes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, beautifully done. Yeah.
Okada looking for the kick, but Swerve intercepts. Hammers down on the kneecap. Swerve ducks underneath and backbreaker on the Rainmaker. And Swerve keeps a tight grip on his opponent. Pops out, into the power slam.
Nice transition. That was hard to do, but great job by Strickland.
Swerve to the top. Could be thinking Swerve stomp. Yes, he is. Okada avoids. Swerve rolls through, and now Kazuchika Okada. Tomb. Stone. Oh, he spiked him.
And look at this. He's not trying to pin him.
No, he wants the Rainmaker. He wants the knockout shot. Rainmaker, no. Swerve stomp from the Rainmaker.
It's amazing.
Not sure where Strickland got that counter from, but it was really well done. Strickland watched his fit.
Oh, look at this. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson hitting the ring, forcing the disqualification.
They're looking to take out the world champion before Blood and Guts.
But look at this.
Hang on.
Streaming down the ramp.
Playing.
Anthony Bowens, Max Caster. Team AEW. Defending one of their own, but
That's Jack Perry now.
Jack Perry, the TNT champion. This is breaking down.
Hang on, who's that?
Briscoe. Mark Briscoe. The Ring of Honor World Champion representing AEW next week in Blood and Guts. And look at Briscoe's fists are all taped up. He is here to fight.
We got a fight right here in Little Rock. Now Briscoe and Jack Perry going at it.
Briscoe ducked the lariat, picked up by Jack Perry, and wiped out Matthew and Nicholas on the floor. Oh, but Perry, the DDT.
Good job there by Jack. Oh, Strickland caught Perry.
The house call on Jack Perry.
The world champion caught the TNT champion. Can you imagine next week? 2 rings with the... Oh, my God. You knew with Swerve Strickland that the cowboy was coming out.
Hangman, he wanted to get his hands on Swerve Strickland one way or another.
The history between these two men.
Hangman Page, he believes he walks the virtuous path.
Wait.
But, wait, Okada.
Team AEW is outnumbered right now, guys.
Yes, 5-on-4. The Elite and Team AEW is security. Streaming in, trying to keep these athletes separated.
Yeah, that's just wild here.
Mark Briscoe throwing wild haymakers at Matthew Jackson.
This is freaking
look out. The Young Bucks hiding behind the wall of security.
Next week, blood and guts. My God, it's out of control now. Imagine when they put him in a cage.
Not just one cage, Tony, but two.
What the hell we got now?
Well, the plot thickens.
Darby, he said he was coming for the Elite.
And they're turning and look, here he comes. Where is he?
Where is he? Where is he? I don't see him anywhere.
Oh, this is completely out of control, Phil.
What the hell's going on here? Wait a minute.
Look.
Darby Allin! Darby! Descending from the rafters!
Jack Perry said, I'm coming for you, Darby. Well, here he is.
As Team AEW found their fifth, it certainly would seem so!
It feels that way. My God, blood and guts. Blood and guts next week.
I mean, we heard Swerve, he mentioned the history between himself and the Acclaim. Think about the history between Swerve and Darby. Can they possibly be on the same page?
That's a good question.
In the most dangerous match in all of professional wrestling, blood and guts 1 week from tonight. Oh, look at Darby, he's going after the arms of Jack Perry.